Anyone up for drinks?
I'll take one. Anything you got, ma'am. Hey, Sam, do you got a light? If that's all right with you.
It's fine. We are outside after all. School seriously has been getting in the way of my life. It's hard to balance it all, and I never have time to practice my writing.
Don't take school for granted, dear. You may be able to do more with your writing than just telling stories. Well, she doesn't necessarily need school for that. I mean, I went to school for quite a long time, and I didn't know if it was really worth it. My education came from my experiences. Sure, I may not have learned about biology, but I learned about what real life was like, moving from home to home. My mother taught me that. I agree that you shouldn't take school for granted, but Upton here is correct as well. Education isn't a necessity for creating stories. It's what's inside. And don't use school as an excuse for not having enough time to write. I lost 2 wives because I wrote too much. It's got to be your first priority. It just has to be something that passionate about. I think that can go with school. Work as well, though. I wouldn't have been able to write passionately about the environments if I hadn't been passionate about in the first place.
I suppose so. So, Scott, did your experience at Princeton help you be successful in your writing?
Sure, it helped. But that's not why or how I wrote. Capturing the American experience is all artwork. And it's the artwork I relish in. It's how you choose to do it. No school can tell you how to do that. That's why I was successful. And I'm sure everyone here can agree with me on that.
I agree with you, Fitzgerald, but sometimes you gotta go out and find it. Traveling will give you new inspiration. You'll see places that you can briefly find the words to describe. It's pretty amazing when that happens.
So, Mr. Clemens.
Oh, don't worry, young lady. I answered to both. What were you saying?
Out of all your adventures, what do you believe gave you the greatest inspiration for your writing?
All of them. I learned different things from every place I traveled. I wouldn't have given any of them up. However, my days on the Mississippi had a massive influence on me.
It's kind of like time I spent at Wally. Sometimes you have to get away and sit on nature's shore and listen. I think that's where true inspiration lies. I cannot preserve my health and spirit unless I spend 4 hours a day, at least. And it is commonly more than that. Sauntering through the woods, over the hills and fields, absolutely free. Except you did have your mother to do your laundry for you once a week. You must have really gotten away from those worldly engagements.
Speaking of taking the time to saunter through the woods, I think that must be what's wrong with American society today. We don't take enough time to appreciate what we have around us.
I don't think that is exactly. People are just selfish and don't care about each other. We should all be helping each other, and rather than focusing on ourselves, all you people nowadays take pictures of each of those things. You should probably care about what's going on in the real world.
And if you cease to care, will there be great words to leave with those generations to come? It will be awfully hard when you stop caring about people. I think that's when we all lose inspiration.
If someone will make a stand, great words will come. People just need to be courageous. I see in society, but really, it needs to occur more. I hadn't gone incognito into that neat packing plant. I wrote and I wrote things that may not have changed. If people have courage, there could be great works in your time. And don't you think you don't have any stories to tell? Every moment you breathe is a story. I think people in this day and age don't understand is what makes real American literature, is the reality of it, the experiences we take. All of us here, writers here, took something we experienced that we were passionate about and turned it into art.
It's true. We all have our stories and our secrets. Some of the best works are those filled with angst, and we all experience angst. We watch others suffer, even cause that suffering, even the ones we love, and we almost relish it in our inspiration it gives us.
I completely understand that. It's pretty amazing the changes that have taken place throughout the ages, though.
It really is. Dad, I'm afraid it must depart. I have some other complications.
As do I. Thank you so much for dinner.
I suppose we should all leave for the night. You're a good girl.
Keep on doing what you're doing, sweetheart. You'll shine.